Hey, so there's a lot of symbolism that the Illuminati hide in books, in the book covers, even if the story's not about it. Because obviously I have not read all of these books that I'm about to show you, but the symbolism that they just want the regular masses to see who walk by it. You know, they put everything they can in the cover. Like this is Omen. It's a red sword, so it's almost the red side, the red horse of the Bible, and it's called Omen. A lot of these titles are strictly biblical, and Christi represents Christ, and Golden represents the Golden Age. The name is perfect. The fifth age is coming. The feet of Nebuchadnezzar statue in Daniel. Now here we got Carrie Ann Moss. Sorry, Carrie Fisher. The unseen queen. You got these reptilian beings that aren't even in the Star Wars movies. They just add any kind of characters they want. um, Dark Nest 2. And then she's got the blue and the white robe because she is ascended and is fighting for God. Order 66, this is a famous order in the actual Star Wars movies, represents 666. Pretty much blow up an entire planet after that. It's very obvious. Traitor represents the leopard, i.e. Obama. Judas and the book of Matthew. Betrayal, once again. Inferno, obviously. And Troy probably represents the fall of Troy, like the fall of civilization. Revelation, obviously. Travis, perhaps like a travesty. The red sword. Death Troopers. I liked this cover. Well, I didn't like it, but I noticed the hook, which represents the hook of Ezekiel 38, in which all the kingdoms are brought into war. And it's just highlighting the hook right there. I mean, bam. The red side falling, red harvest. I mean, it is the harvest. That's a biblical word, King James Version at least. Now, all these Nicholas Sparks books, I mean, it sounds weird, but it's right there. This is the wedding. At the end of I Pet Goat, Jesus was floating towards the sun with all these petals, and the dove is obviously angelic, or the goose. Safe haven, the petals in Jesus's in the water, like I was just talking about, represents the lotus flowers, the birth. Safe haven, you know, the bike, like we rode through, like an ET, the bike flies. True believer, we're like in our safe house, the red side and the white side. This is the red stripes in Isaiah, and of course when Jesus, representing Jesus' blood. I'm just looking at this guy. The last song means the last, well, the Last Supper. I'm not sure what this represents. I know it represents something. If y'all could help me out with that, maybe if I flip it upside down, it'll be something. Dear John happens to be right when there's horses right here. John McClane. John is the guy coming. Like John has been used consistently over and over again because he's part of the horsemen of the Bible. The choice, and it just happens to have a dog for the Dog Star series, being the medium for our choice in the end. We chose Jesus, will be raptured, and or the mark of the beast, or the guillotines. There's three choices. Hopefully we're raptured, but most won't be. The Guardian, once again, with the dog next to them. There's another author, Philip Rock, Circles of Time. I just thought the name Rock and Time kind of coexist, or commingle, and then I saw this as well. A future arrived. It's all, everyone's waiting. There's just a big sense of anticipation, like even more after 2012. 2012 was almost right. Out of billions and billions of years, 2012 didn't happen, but we're still going to be raptured in a couple years. So it's pretty freaking close. The Greek word for fish, ichthys, it's an acrostic for the first Christian creed. Jesus Christos Theos Soter, Jesus Christ, Son of God, Savior, Christian fish symbol. Gospel in the Zodiac, check that book out. This was talking about how Judas either died while he hanged himself, or was his body exploded. Well, this explains that someone else could have seen Judas's body after he'd hung himself, and his body rotted off or something gross and was deteriorated by then. But then that guy would have seen the rope in the tree, so who knows? In 1913, $100 to buy 5 ounces of gold. Now it's $8,000 to buy 5 ounces. I mean, the Federal Reserve was set to bring us down. It all happened at the same year as gun control. Good point. Good point in time, huh? For Illuminati. 5 kingdoms. The V is obviously highlighted for no reason. It's not aesthetic. It's not on the side like these two, which is in the middle. Once again, this magazine always does this. ID. That weird thing I showed you before, they always cover their eye. I mean, it's either the false prophet with his right eye covered, or them taking out our left eye. The ID chip. RFID chip. Honeyed words. The red horseman with gets a great sword and tries to fight the people from the pit. Sorry. Burned books, banned music, hated blacks, murdered gays. Symbol of hope and freedom. I mean, be careful what kind of shirts you're wearing. I mean, they're all just trying to deceive you. This Munchkin games are crazy. You got the dragon, and the second little horn who has 2 horns. Notice he just has 1 horn on his nose, and is prominent. These are back, kind of like ears. His foot is on the old world order. And then he's got his little demon things from the pit, his buddies. And then these try and take him down. Callie and the other little horn, the second one. Here he is again. The stone coming. Tidal waves over New York at the same time as an explosion. The bombs. The axe. Foot on the old skull. Again, he took down Satan. This is the false prophet. After Satan comes, he takes him down. That's his skull. And then the dead rise. There's a zombie here. I mean, they have every single thing. It's all the Bible. It's not just a fad. It's coming true. This is some book. This is the Roman Empire. We're in the Roman Empire right now. It will be smashed. Huh. It could also represent the Pleiades, the foot, the heaven. That's why there's the wings right here. Us going to heaven, the Pleiades, the 7 stars in Jesus' right hand. 7 is mentioned hundreds of times in the Bible. The Iron Age. We're going to the Golden Age next. This crashes the Iron Age. That's why it's under there. Book 7. I just mentioned 7, the Pleiades. I mean, book of James. He's in the Bible as well. This is some magazine. It's that new Eucharist. You get the blue pill or the red pill, or you're raptured. Those are the 3 choices. Real Bible people. These are the real things. The phoenix, the eagle, and also there's a soar's eagle in the book of Ezekiel, I believe, or is it Isaiah 40? And then this guy comes with the little thing in his head, because he's already manipulated some cyborg, reptilian something. He gives you the choice. And you're on your knees forever. Or you're raptured and fly, the exact opposite. We go up, they stay down. 6,800 people defend themselves with guns legally. That's 80 times more often than people use to kill people. Gun control is a ridiculous joke. Hemp could end world hunger, and these are some stats of how much more nutritious hemp is compared to most other seeds. And one of the million reasons the plant of renown is illegal. And in 1 Timothy 4,